If you are enjoying the story so far and need more Dungeons and Dragons in your life, I invite you to check out another group called the Long Past Podcast. They are working their way through heroism and tragedy in the events of the Chragan War. Their name and link are in the description below.
Day 62. Wow, Journal, you are finally back in my possession again. I almost forgot how much writing helps me calm down from all the fighting. How I have missed you. Well, where to begin? How about from the deep, dark chasm? That's a great place to start. So we traveled down a long chasm and found an ancient mine at the bottom. It was filled with twists and turns and empty rooms, and then traps and monsters. Finally, we found a lost family taken captive by a clan of serpent folk known as Yuan-ti. We fought a powerful sorcerer named High Priest Callus. He is formidable, and though I believe there's always a way to beat such, he captured my team, took back the family we had saved, and took all of our packs, armor, my shield, and all the rest of our things. When we find him again, he won't be getting the better of us. Much like a certain old hag, Agatha. All we went through, rescuing the family from being sacrificed, the many traps and snares, finding metal ore to make weapons, and climbing an extremely high tunnel just to be captured by Callus and having our things taken away from us? Oh. Luckily, we managed to grab a few of our belongings so that we weren't completely defenseless. Thanks to my weapons bond, I was able to summon my sanguine nonetheless when I needed it most. Plus, I had a stick that was carried back home when trying to forage for supplies. It proved useful, enabling Varin to cast spike growth if needed. While fighting through a wicked battle with a bunch of strange insectoids, a fiend stole that strange name I kept inside my mind, though Varin had stopped it. The knowledge of that name sears my mind and haunts my thoughts, and it seems to be connected with the Heartstone Agatha had. Well, when they stole the name, they did not realize I didn't have the stone for them to steal as well. And when we found our gear again, we were again pursued by a fiend that seemed to expect that name was taken from me. Well, what is the connection? How do these two things relate to each other? And what happens when they're brought together? More questions, no answers of yet, and we are far from close to getting home. You know, on a further note, we did manage to defeat the Yuan-tis, rescue the lost family again, and reclaim our stolen gear. Now those were hectic days. Varin and Thía are now waking up, So I guess it's time that I stop writing. Next up, to the library!
Now let's get into it. Welcome back to the Land of the Hunter. This is now the 63rd day since encountering the hobgoblins for the first time. The elves have managed to rescue a few humans, reclaim their gear and treasure, and mules, from the snake people, despite Adran's long flight from the day before. The fiends have inadvertently revealed that there seems to be a connection between the name lodged in Adran's mind, that he does not know how to speak, and the Heartstone artifact, as now two separate groups of fiends have attempted to obtain both. And the last fiend brought scarecrows that were specifically prepared against Adran's pyrotechnic tendencies. The land before us is shifting from primarily sand and plants to stones, sand, and plants, with long shallow plateaus, deep and wide chasms, and strangely petrified trees. Adran, as you put down your pen from entering your long overdue journal entry, having taken your rest from the night before, please give me an intelligence saving throw, sir.
Along with the sand and the rocks and the trees.
Whenever you're ready.
You said intelligence or wisdom saving throw?
Intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Your trance was highly disturbed, and there were several points as your mind wandered the halls of dreams that you were nearly lured into frightening apparitions, deadly traps, and by the skin of your teeth, so to speak, you escape a level of exhaustion, sir, as you rise from your rest, having contended the entire night with the horrible nature of the name you have obtained. So that's handy for you. It is fairly normal temperatures for out here in the desert, even though it's heading into winter. Only about 90 degrees this morning. There's a light northwest wind, so it's not kicking up too much sand, and no precipitation.
I didn't realize my teeth had skin.
Now, before we continue, I do have to address one thing real quickly.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Serena is no longer going to be joining us as Thía. Unfortunately, our gameplay schedule and her need for sleep were coming into conflict, and it was starting to impact her negatively, physically, mentally, in her life. So rather than risk mental and physical well-being, we all agreed that she should concentrate more on sleeping. However, Thía will continue as a character under Adran's somewhat dubious skill of control. So, unfortunately,
I know I'm probably not even going to try to attempt to sound like Thía. So.
Fair enough. She will be missed. She was definitely a very valuable player, but we do not want to, cause harm just for the sake of a admittedly fantastic game.
We still love her and still appreciate her.
And hopefully she'll check out the channel. Alright, so we know from the map and Varin's check the evening before that the temple now lies in a roughly southwestern direction from where we currently are. As mentioned, the landscape is changing somewhat, and it's getting hot. Adran, thanks to the adventures of these last several days, all of our food has been consumed by the Yuan-Ti, as well as the water stores that we had. They kind of went on a bit of a feasting binge. as a result of, again, the adventures these last few days, Dell had to create some water for us to handle the desert once we had the barrels back.
Yep.
That only provides 10 gallons of water. So as the new day comes up, he's going to have to cast it a couple more times in order to make sure we have enough water for everyone during the day. The humans that we have worked so long and hard to rescue have departed, having taken the bone cage they were in and reassembled it into a passable imitation of a sled that the enormous beast was able to drag away under their direction. They took with them several pounds of scorpion meat, a dubious delicacy, and several stores of water. Dell is going to, when I can actually get his character sheet to cooperate, Dell will go ahead and cast Create Water 2 more times. Again, when I can get his character sheet to cooperate.
All right. Did you want me and Thea to forage for food, or?
I'm more informing you of what Dell's going to be doing and why. And I'm also buying time while my screen is deciding whether or not it wants to work for me.
Cool.
In the meantime,
I will make a sandcastle.
Varin is going to use his senses. He's going to spend a first level spell slot for primeval awareness. When I find it, there it is, which I'll put in the chat. There was something else he was going to do. Oh yeah, survival check. To try and navigate. Of course, I roll that, and then I remember, oh wait, I wasn't going to have him roll because we have a map, and oh well. A 16 is enough, especially when, because the sun is visible, he should have been able to make that check with advantage. Oops. Point is, we know which way to go from here. Alright. Varin scrubs at his rather tangled hair. His fingernails are rather pronounced. A disturbing reminder of Varin's apparently more savage side, which you may recall when Varin transformed into that hybrid beast form. He had to eat twice the amount of food that he normally does. So we are low on rations, low on water. I don't know if okay, you can. Were you going to say something, sir?
I was just going to say that's quite an appetite.
Yeah. Well, this is different. I can't sense anything within 6 miles of us. No aberrations, no celestials, no dragons, no elementals, no fade, no fiends, no undead. I don't sense anything.
But of course, you can only stretch as far as 6 miles.
I'd like to see you do better. Varin snarls, then shakes his head, blinks his eyes a few times. At least I can sense out to 6 miles, as opposed to only, say, 500 feet down.
Correct. And I was just stating the fact that there is a possibility that they could be slightly out of range.
True.
Like they could be 7 miles, 8 miles maybe.
Varin will take a few seconds during the duration of primeval awareness to move in our intended direction of travel, kind of like 100 feet to the
Was
west.
it the... Yeah.
And then 100 feet to the southeast, and then 100 feet back to us. Okay, that's really different. Nothing. I felt nothing. So,
perhaps it is too that we're just simply staying here and not moving.
Well, at any rate, at least those nightmares I didn't sense.
If you weren't aware, that was actually Thea talking. So.
Oh, nope, I was not aware. For that, since there is that, Just kind of like how I do. Dell says or Varin says, so that I know who's actually talking.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
That was Adran talking.
Oh, now I'm getting confused.
Okay, that was the last joke.
Okay. Alright, so, you know that Varin senses nothing? It's a warm day. Okay, my character sheets are now finally working. Hooray! Dell is going to... If he casts it twice more, then he creates 20 full gallons, plus the 3 we currently have. So yeah, that'll be plenty of water for the... Well, almost plenty of water for the day. So we now have 23 gallons of water for the cost of 2 spell slots. And they opened the wrong character sheet.
Nah.
Go figure. Right, shall we get going, sir?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Varin, what is our marching order? Now that we have our cart back.
Oh, goodness. Well, let's still keep Dell in the cart.
Okay.
Gosh. I think we should do it the way we did before. You being in front, the cart being in the middle, and then I'll carry up the rear.
Okay. Since you have a map, I'm going to say, Varin's, unless we have a situation arise that potentially obfuscates our direction, Varin is not going to need to navigate. Does that make sense?
Kinda.
So he doesn't need to make survival checks. He can do another action while traveling.
Ah, okay.
I figured that might be helpful. So he is on alert for threats. He could forage, looking for sources of food and or helpful plants.
Well, he is pretty good at foraging for food.
Oh, indeed. So Varin will forage and be on the alert. I assume
Alright.
Thía is going to take control of the cart, or is she going to leave that to Dell?
I want her to take control of the cart. I want Dell to rest as much as possible.
Okay.
Then I guess I'll be navigating, since, like you said, I have the map.
You do have the map. Yeah, in effect, you're navigating. Ouch. And check my thing real quick. Okay. Navigating. That, or you could have Thía be the one. Blurb. Sorry. Or you could have Thía being the one to navigate. It's up to you.
Do I need to do survival checks or anything like that of the sort?
If you're going to navigate, when necessary, I will call for survival checks. So you might want Thía to be the navigator.
All right. I'll have Thía navigate.
And then if she fails, the map will help us to get back on track.
All right.
Okay. All right. So
sounds good.
We're going to set out. Varin is on alert. We're traveling at a normal pace. Unless you want to have us move faster than normal pace.
Well, I am now able to keep up with both of you guys. Even in my normal speed.
That's more for combat. So if we go at a normal pace, we can cover 24 miles in a day. We won't be able to use stealth, except for Varin. But we will not get a -5 penalty to passive wisdom perception scores.
And that is if we speed things up or if we walk normal?
That's if we travel at a normal pace. If we go fast, then we get a -5 penalty to our passive wisdom perception scores. But we could cover 30 miles in a day.
Well, why don't we travel today fast, and then we'll take the next day slow if need be.
Okay. So Varin's passive perception is currently 28. That means if anything is trying to sneak up on us, they have to be currently at 23 as we set a fast pace.
Gotcha.
And in the meantime, Varin is going to make a survival check to forage for supplies. I'm going to look specifically for food because that's what we're most low on.
Yes.
Okay.
I think you found food.
That's going to be a good find, yes. Let me get my foraging information up here. There we go. Yeah, that was definitely a good roll. Alright, so Varin is going to roll to find out how much food he finds, and because of his natural explorer during this first hour, it's going to be doubled. So roll 1d6 plus wisdom modifier, which for him is 3. Okay. So that's 16 pounds of food Varin finds.
Nice.
As well, so we've got pretty good water supply right now, so Varin is not going to bother looking for any sources of water out here in the desert. So that's 16 pounds of food added to what was 0 pounds of food. Basically,
I'd say that that's 16 pounds of food.
right? So basically what that means is after we eat for today, we'll have enough food to cover. We'll have as much food as what we had when we started out from the first Crusovian tribe.
Okie dokie.
So I don't think Varin's gonna bother with foraging for more food. I think he's pretty confident we're good at the moment. So close that and that. Setting a fast pace. We can go 30 miles, 24, 36. So basically, oh, I'm on the wrong screen. So 1 hex is 12 miles, 2 hexes is 24, 3 hexes. So basically, we're going to end up somewhere between the second and the third hexes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The day is, much like Varin's earlier primeval awareness check, rather bland. There's not much to see beyond these odd petrified stone trees. It's very odd. However, the heat is increasing rapidly as we draw closer and closer to noon. Once I get to that particular part, that would be helpful to have had up beforehand, but oh well. You can't expect me to be prepared for every eventuality. Oh wait. Okay, so we are now in extreme heat conditions. We are exposed to the heat. The good news is that we have access to drinkable water. Thank you, Dell.
Thank you, Dell.
Oh, I'm glad to be of assistance. So basically we're all going to have to drink 2 gallons for the day instead of 1 gallon.
Gulp, 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 gulp.
Indeed. As we draw closer to noon, you notice that Varin is starting to swipe at his eyes a bit, and after a little bit, you start noticing these curious tiny flecks falling from the sky, which has become overcast and gray, but not as though with water-bearing clouds. As you touch the tiny little bits that are falling, it's ash.
Ash, if nothing else could get any worse.
Wow. That was horrible. If you didn't have an inspiration point already, I would give you one. And Thea already has one. So nope, neither of your characters get inspiration. Ha! Oh, you already have it.
Yeah.
The wind has shifted, so it is now blowing to the south. And ash is falling, creating light obscuration.
Oh, that's just great. Ash in my tomatoes.
Oh, wow. That's a nice one. Too bad you already have inspiration.
I know, but still.
But at least I know it always comes in pints.
Inspiration point to you if you don't have one.
Let me check. Oh my gosh, I don't have an inspiration point. Hey, get an inspiration!
Hey!
Yay, me! Alright, need to check. There we go. Save. Alright. Now we come to a most unusual sight, sir. Varin brings us to a halt as we come to a wide, deep canyon. The broken cliff tumbling down to a valley full of stinking tar pits, sizzling acid streams, and bubbling magma. To the south, maybe a half-mile away, is a single stone bridge that arcs up over the chasm. Several stone arches visible across the top of the span.
Well, that's an unusual sight.
It is. Varin toes the edge of the chasm. I'm not too fond of trying to get our bone cart down here, and I'm not too fond of trying to go across that terrain.
I kind of get a bit of a feeling there's gonna be something that'll happen over there.
Now,
And
Varin says with a roll of his eyes, "What could possibly go wrong?"
Do you want me to list them alphabetically or chronologically?
Which way do you want to go, sir?
Well, I believe our final destination is to the bridge. So let's start making our way down there.
All right. As you draw closer and better able to see details, the bridge is enormous, 25 feet wide and 40 feet thick. 30-foot tall arches stand at regular intervals, their columns bearing broad runic sigils in an unknown language and unfamiliar patterns, yet which glint as though filled with silver. There are no steps carved into the bridge's surface, nor visible tool marks, nor handrails. The apex of the bridge, as you measure it in your mind, sir, is perhaps a mile above the bottom of the canyon. Though exposed to all the elements, there is no sign of decay. When we draw... Go ahead, sir.
I was going to say, I seem to remember bridges like these mentioned in storybooks. And these bridges were actually created by giant things. But I don't think there's going to be any giant creatures nearby.
Varin...
looking at,
oh, sorry, you're getting broken up. Go ahead, sir.
why are you looking at like that?
That's really badly broken. Try one more time.
Why are you all staring at me?
There we go.
I feel awkward.
Varin's hand twitches towards his longbow as though he kind of wants to have it in hand. And let's see if I can get this to work properly. I'm going to move us to a new map. Hopefully this works.
I see nothing.
Well, at least I can hear you.
True.
Let's see if this works. And maybe not. Maybe my screen is still loading.
Loading. Loading. Loading.
Loading slowly. So while that's hopefully loading, as we draw nearer to the base of the bridge on our side of this chasm, the nearest archway suddenly begins to radiate a pale blue glow, visible even in this dim, gray, ash-filled daylight, that waxes brighter the nearer we approach.
Does everybody see that archway glowing bluish?
That's why I stopped. That looks... what's the word?
Ominous?
I was about to say ominous.
Oh,
But sure,
ominous.
ominous sounds a lot better.
Okay. We could throw a ominous in there somewhere.
Hey Thea, can I borrow your spyglass?
Sure. Here you go.
Varin almost drops it, and from the way he's holding it, he might absently just kind of like toss it away when he's done using it. Well, I can't see anything past, well, about midway up the bridge. That is very tall. And
Do you think I can try it with my spyglass?
Varin bumps it against his arm and his armor a couple of times as he's like, oh, sure. Hands it back to Thea. Unfortunately, something happened to the audio recording that I made while we were playing, and sadly, we lost the majority of Adran's commentary throughout the rest of this episode. And after that massive interruption that I'll have to edit out later, yay. So, we've gotten, Varin at least has gotten within 30 feet of the first stone arch of this bridge. The unknown sigils that glint as though they have silver in them, they are the first things to glow, and then the columns and arch of this thing start to glow as well. Varin is going to come to a complete stop, back up a little, and as Varin does so, the glow fades. Feel free to test it out. And as you draw within 30 feet, the sigils start to glow. And then the columns and the arch. Okay. Del clears his throat. Adran, if you don't mind waiting, say 10 minutes, I can detect what magic is happening here, or at least what kind of magic. So he's going to take 10 minutes and cast as a ritual, Detect Magic, which I will put in the chat when I can hopefully get my character sheet to work properly. So far, it seems to be behaving correctly. Detect Magic. There it goes. So within 30 feet of him, I'll put an aura on him. eventually. And I'll make it visible in just uno momento. Ah, there we go. And he is now concentrating. So he finishes casting his spell, stands up, opens his eyes, glances at all three of us. Oh, yeah, everyone's still got their magic. Takes a step closer, it starts, the archway starts to glow. Oh, it has not changed in its glow, because you're standing within 30 feet of it. Del concentrates, looking at the archway. There's divination magic on it. Which, he glances at, Adran, you know this. Del glances at Varin and Thía. That's usually not dangerous magic. Varin snorts. Coincidentally, Hunter's Mark is actually divination. Adran, the school of divination would include spells that seek knowledge. For example, detect magic is a school of divination spell. So too is scrying. I don't sense any absence of magic. And if I did, I don't know that I would know that's what it is. But I can sense, the only magic I can sense that's not of you three, he says pointedly, is divination magic on this archway. I don't know, I don't sense anything of evocation, so I don't think anything is going to explode on us or cast lightning bolt. Adran. Okay. The light grows brighter the closer you draw to it. But other than that, there's no sound over the wind. There's no feeling other than the ash and the wind against your armor and skin and hair. There's no smell other than smoky air. And there doesn't seem to be any damage done. Do you have your shield out, by the way? Ooh. Alright, proceed forward, sir. Further down, I think. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, so you take an action, you equip your shield, and you proceed forward. At this point, the light is at its brightest. It is not a blinding light. At this point, it is probably at the level of a campfire in terms of brightness. It's just there's a lot of it coming from the columns and archway. But this is the brightest you've seen, is basically the level of a campfire. You proceed then? Okay. As you step to there, past the archway, and you only notice this because of the sheer volume of light, but it does dim somewhat. I haven't felt anything change. It still just is divination wrapped all about the archway. Varin's just kind of looking back and forth like, and as you go further, sir, as you go further away from this archway, with every step, the light dims. Just as every step you drew closer to it, it grew brighter, it shifts down with every step you take further away from it. Alright. And Dell's going to continue concentrating on detect magic. Adran, if you wouldn't mind controlling the wagon, the bone cart mules, and Thía. I take that as acceptance. Come on. Why isn't it moving forward? Weird. Okay. For some reason. Okay. Oh, I get it. Dell got snagged in the light effect. That's why I couldn't move my characters. Okay, so as Thía and the mules come up along to the arch, it grows brighter and brighter. And as we move away, it grows dimmer and dimmer. And as we draw within 30 feet of the next column, it begins to glow brighter. So there's a constant rippling light effect, if you will, as we move across the bridge. Growing brighter as we draw near, and dimmer as we move further away. I could do without the ash flavor, though. Varin coughs. Yes. Every archway glows brighter as we draw near it, and dimmer as we depart it. Kind of like what I did with both Varin and Dell. Oops. And I need to check something. Okay. So detect magic is not going to last all the way to the top of this bridge. I think. Let me double check that actually. Work. Actually, what do you know? It is actually going to last all the way to the top of the bridge. Because he can keep so in 1 minute whoa, what happened to my tongue? I think I dropped it for a second. So for 1 minute you can in 1 minute you can move a total of 300 feet. So in 10 minutes you can move a total of 3,000 feet. And it's actually kind of nice now as I watch these things kind of glow and fade, glow and fade, glow and fade. Kind of relaxing, Dell says, and Varin is just kind of like grumbling along. Varin's hands keep clenching and unclenching, flexing as though wanting to spring forth with claws. The only music we hear is the music of the wind and the ash in the air. I wish I could claim poetic. Moving forward. Right, there we go. And go ahead and move your... Sorry, what? There is indeed. And if you wouldn't mind moving yourself all into one big group, because we've reached the end of this part of the map. The stone archway, as I mentioned, has no steps. It is simply a smooth stone, slightly curved and upward into the air arch. As we draw closer and closer to the apex through the wind, we can hear sound. And that's it for that. Hang on one second. Varin is frowning, concentrating as he listens to the wind. We have been moving effectively at a fast pace this whole time, which I didn't think about before. Oh well. So with a passive perception score of 23, going off memory, he's going to scowl, release primeval awareness one more time. Fiend. Elemental. There's something ahead. And he's also going to go ahead and cast Longstrider at... You know what? He has a 4th level spell slot. So that's himself, Dell, and both mules. 4th level casting of Longstrider. This will be fun. And I hear voices ahead. There's people chanting. And it's in Goblin. Oh, it doesn't sound like the Goblin we've heard. How do you wish to proceed, sir? We've been traveling at a fast pace, which means we cannot use stealth. The only way we can use stealth is if we slow down. There is also the slight problem of Dell, the mules, the bone cart, and Adran not being able to hide in this open bridgeway because of the ashfall that is creating light obscurement, which Thea, because of her Skulker feat and Wood Elf heritage, and Varin, because of his Wood Elf heritage, they can both hide in order to attempt to hide from, sight. However, we can try to approach quietly if you so desire. And that would be, you can use darkness to block sight. That's a bit different from being unseen. Imagine if you will, you're standing out on an open stone bridge in broad daylight, you turn, and there's just an inky globe of blackness approaching you. A little standoutish. Possibly not. So Varin uses his action to cast that Longstrider, and he's going to use his bonus action in Thea's style to hide. Okay, so that's a 19. Do you want to... So you won't be able to hide, but you can attempt to approach quietly. Does that make sense? As I said, because she's a wood elf like Varin, and because she has a Skulker feat, she can basically hide in anything that creates light obscurement. Varin can only hide in light obscurement caused by natural conditions, like rain, ashfall, or snow, that sort of thing. As for Adran, the mules, and Dell, the best you can try and do is approach quietly. But if there's anyone ahead, well, there is someone ahead. If anyone looks in your direction, you're kind of gonna stand out. Make sense? Okay. Which you already did. Proceed openly. Try and be quiet. Alright. Dell is gonna go ahead and as he pulls out, let's see. Roll me a d6. On an odd, he'll take out the Staff of Paralysis. On an even, the Staff of Healing. Okay, so he has the Staff of Healing in hand. He's going to use his action to cast at 5th level Aid, which he did once before, you may recall, and that enabled you to survive a 500-foot fall. So he's going to cast that on Adran, Varin, and Thía, all three. So that is 20 extra hit points to you, sir. Don't forget to copy down her normal hit points. Okay. So Varin, having hidden, what is your passive perception while you're at it? Do you know? Okay, so Varin is hidden from both Adran and Thía, slipping through the ash, which doesn't seem to stir in his wake. Go ahead and take control of Dell's movement if you wouldn't mind. And you said you're going to have Thía and Dell hold back with the mules and the bone cart, while Adran and Varin move up to investigate? Okay. In that case, Adran can give me a stealth check. Okay, that's a 15 for you, sir. So you, despite the fact that you're wearing armor, which typically rings on the metal, you move forward fairly quietly. Your maximum hit points minus 20. Okay, should be 112. Oh, you already updated it. Excellent, sir. So go ahead and put Dell where you want him to be. And if you move up and use the columns, you can use those to effectively hide from sight. The only problem is it's kind of glowing, which might draw attention. And as you think about it, that might be true for the fact that the entire way up this bridge, every archway has glowed about you. And now you're drawing closer to someone with the columns glowing brighter and brighter as you approach. You may not be seen or heard, but there's something happening, if that makes sense. Okay. And currently, bear in mind that you don't know precisely where Varin is. Okay, and I'm doing some quick adjustments here. Okay. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Okay. And I went the wrong way. Okay, so 45 feet to there. And then 45 feet to there as Varin is just slipping through. Okay. Ahead of you, you see a curious sight. small little creatures. They stand at their tallest. Their head might reach your diaphragm. Their ears might reach up to your pectorals. These are small creatures, green in skin with sparse, thin hair, and crooked, long ears. And in between two groups of 4 of them, you can just barely see 2 others who are confronting each other face to face. As they have clasped hands. One of them is wearing, at best guess, it is meant to be a dress of finery. If one can call spiderwebs, bones, and crudely stitched together hide finery. The other, and that's definitely a female of these folk, the other, a male, is dressed in very similar attire, though it has been crudely stained, either with dye or with ash, black. They have turned and regarded the glowing archways with some curiosity, but at the moment, Adran, are you approaching directly through the archway, or are you approaching like towards the columns? Like, are you trying to use the columns to break line of sight so you aren't visible, or are you just striding out in the open? And you're muted, so I don't know if you're answering. Although I do see. Okay. So you aren't. Yeah, so you are attempting to approach in a way that hides your visual appearance. Yes. Okay. They don't seem to notice you. They're just kind of like, they stare at the glowing archways, kind of glance at each other, and they're kind of, well, that's odd.
Well, Lilliputian, what do you say? Very well, Gobble.
And they are speaking in the goblin tongue.
I do agree. But what could possibly be causing these archways to glow about us?
Gobble, the one dressed in the crudely colored black attire, thinks for a moment.
Well, we know these glow around life. We saw it ourselves. Perhaps there is something living nearby. Intruders, you mean?
Says Lilliputian. Gobble replies,
If intruders, then they are guests. And possibly meals.
and all of these tiny little green creatures, from sleeves, from boots, from hidden pouches on belts, they all produce knives and start to pick up shields, as though to go searching for this proposed meal. What do you want to do, Adran? Are you talking of clay jars? I believe you had acid. Or Thía had those. I can't remember which. Gotta work out your core, man. Thía the Unseen might have them. Okay, so she has the acid jars. Shit. Should have brought it with you. It is clear that these creatures are moving to search for anyone. What do you want to do? And they do seem rather excited about the idea that whoever or whatever might be approaching might be a meal. You equipped the shield, sorry to say. So you do have some other options. You could, for example, call out a command to attack and make an attack roll, in which case we would just roll for initiative. You do have some spells. The question is, do you want to waste some of them on creatures like this? Better decide what you're going to do. Okay. In that case, first, roll for initiative. I'll take care of rolling for Dell. And and I will also roll for Thea. I mean, you can roll for Thea, but you seem to be having trouble. Okay, so you rolled for yourself. Excellent. Okay. I assume, from what I've seen, it looks like you had Thea get off the cart, yeah? Okay. Dell is still in the cart. So as I understand this, Thea has not had a chance to roll for stealth. But Dell... did Dell roll stealth earlier? I can't remember. I don't see it. I just see my stealth roll. Your stealth... Yeah, so Adran and Varin were the only ones who were trying to approach. Not the rogue? That seems like a miscalculation. So Thea and Dell are basically standing out wide in the open. And as these tiny little creatures with green skin and ears see Thea and Dell and the mules, they howl with glee.
Yes, for the feast! And the feast!
However, Adran and Varin both rolled well enough that they are going to surprise these little creatures. If I can... Oh, there it is. So we do get to surprise them, Adran. And we're going to resolve your... resolve your casting of Scorching Ray, and then we will proceed in initiative order. So, Adran, please tell me who you are targeting with Scorching Ray. I'm going to take you're going to launch from your current position, so you're not going to move your character token. Okay, you're just casting the spell. The first Scorching Ray is going to have advantage. Okay. I assume you're going for that first one right there. This fellow. Yes, okay. Give me the attack roll. And they do have shields. In a burst of flame, you scorch away the supposed finery this creature is wearing to reveal that beneath the facade of good clothing this creature was wearing armor that did it no good, because you hit with a 21 to hit, and it burns, the ray of fire burns a hole right through it. Excellent shot. That was supposed to be an advantage, but oh well. Next shot at normal, because your position is now revealed. Uh-huh. So I would say from your current position, you can target both this creature here and this creature here. Does that make sense? Yes. Sorry, my ping was not working correctly. Which one are you aiming at? This fellow? Okay. Give me the Scorching Ray attack roll, sir. Wow. That hit. The creature screams in pain, but survives. Dun dun dun. Next shot, last one, against this fellow. And 18 is another solid hit, and your Scorching Ray takes the creature in the left eye. Perhaps fortunately for him, he doesn't even get the chance to scream as his body drops to the ground. Alright, now we proceed in initiative order. Thía is first to act. Alright. Did you remember to update Thea's current hit dice and maximum hit... hit points and maximum hit points with aid? Gotcha. Alright. What would Thía like to do? Okay. Regular or acid? Just barely, because of the ashfall, and also because I might have left it on the wrong light settings. I'll double check. Because we're at about noon hour. Okay, I did leave it on the wrong light settings. My bad. There you go. So what Thía sees looks like a large snake formed of fire with arms. Indeed. Now, Thía is not hidden. So her first shot is made at normal, and unfortunately, even if it hits, no sneak attack damage. Excuse me. She has to either have advantage on her attack, or she has to have an enemy of her target within 5 feet of her target. And no disadvantage. Alright. Okay, so using an acid arrow. Yep, I updated some things. For a brief second, it looked like the arrow was going to miss, and at the last possible second, the creature moved the wrong way and gets hit right in the shoulder for 12 acid. Indeed. Good thing you didn't use sharpshooter. She can use her bonus action to attempt to stealth, to attempt to hide in the falling ash. Yes. And with advantage. Sorry, I was double. Well, you're not gonna beat that 20. Yeah, she is definitely hidden in the falling drifting ash. So she moved 5 feet. She can continue moving if she so wishes. She can move up to her full movement because she rolled a nat 20 on her stealth. You can only get advantage. She can only get advantage on a stealth roll if she moves less than half of her total movement. Does that make sense? Okay, good. All right, so that's where you want to move her. Valid. Very well. This person is surprised. 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 Adran, it is your turn, sir. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Del pulled out the Staff of Healing earlier, right? That's what I thought. Okay, continue. Okay. Okay. Let's see you burn him. I'm just checking to make sure. Okay, yes, I did remember to roll for Adran. Thank goodness. An 18. It almost misses, and at the last possible moment, the creature kind of moves just that twitch in the wrong direction. You burn half his head away. Excuse me. You burn half her head away. Now you can, if you can get close enough, you can also use your bonus action to make a weapon attack, I believe. With your... Okay, you have 30 feet left to move. Now bear in mind, in order to make that attack with a weapon, you have to use a bonus action, and you don't have Sanguine nonetheless prepared. Okay, so that is the total of your movement. Unless you want to use your bonus action to dash, I would suggest that you should probably pull out Sanguine nonetheless with your interaction and use your bonus action to ignite it. Okay. Cool. What damage type do you want to use, sir? Okay. Don't move anything on your character sheet yet. Let me update your thing. Much appreciated. Lightning changes to force. Alright, and you can now burn a spell slot to affect that, sir. Ooh, excuse me. I do beg your pardon for the loud sounds. Okay. Yep, you move 10 and then you move 30. That's all of your mobile movement. Indeed. Come on. Okay, now my mouse is working correctly. That's handy. These are all surprised. Del is going to, so I will control Del for the fight, like normal. Del is going to try to keep back, but still guide the mules somewhat closer without quite going past Thía. Does that make sense? So even though the mules can move further, he's not going further than that. He still has the Staff of Healing out and one hand on the reins. Essentially, yes. Because he doesn't want to get in the way, and he also wants to stay close to help if he's needed. Alright. Not top of the round. Varin's turn. Also, there just isn't much for Del to do at the moment. Yes, so Varin's first attack roll is going to be with advantage. So Varin's going to... there are quite a few targets, none of which are wounded, which is kind of disappointing. Oh well. Can't have everything, I suppose. Let's see what volley can do for me. If I aim it right about... Oh look, there! Every single person. Yeah, that's kind of the problem I'm thinking about. These are also fairly small and, given your attacks, fairly weak creatures. Monsters to be sure. Varin is going to use his sling for these attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attacks. I'm going to go ahead and take away 8 sling stones. There they are. 20 minus 8 is 12. As part of what I'm doing, I'm also going to bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on that fiery snake because that seems fairly magical to me. So, bonus action, Hunter's Mark. Concentration. Right, let's go to the other screen. Target locked. And since I'm attacking with my first attack action, I'm going to target that very big snake thing with advantage on my first shot. So, to the big fiery snake. Have at ye, sir. Well, a 26 is going to hit, that's for sure. And I forgot to roll Hunter's Mark. Oops. Let me fix that real quick. Hunter's Mark. There it is. Okay, so that's a whopping 9 damage. Woohoo! Which doesn't seem to affect it very much. Oh, great. Moving right along, I'm gonna go ahead and use my inspiration point, sir, thank you very much, to gain advantage on attacking this fellow without Hunter's Mark. Make sure it's not connected, not active. Yay, okay. So sling away, my good sir. Again, have at ye. Well, 29 is gonna hit. Oh my goodness. Its right eye is suddenly replaced by a sling stone that goes a lot deeper than the eye was. And oh look, it's not there anymore. Alright, my next attack is going to be at normal. Let's see, I have not attacked this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, or this one. I'm going to attack the lady thing. Creature. Oops. Yes. So this is at normal. I am going to take a risk, and I'm going to use Sharpshooter. So, sling. Well, that's a dirty 20 to hit. Which is going to be a glancing blow. Wait, no. Rephrase. I'm looking at the wrong number. That's going to be a solid hit. And As my shot, oops, wrong thing. Sorry. There we go. As Varin's shot heads right towards that female creature, she grabs the creature that's dressed in the black finery, pulls him around, and switches places with him. So instead of hitting her, my attack hits him for 16 damage.
What are you doing?
She shrieks in Goblin. Protect me! Oh wait, no, she can't do that. I just forgot, because she's surprised. Oh well. So she takes the 16. Well, that sucks for her. She screams in pain. Why aren't you protecting me? And so, okay, that didn't happen. And now I'm attacking the creature behind her, which would gain cover from being behind her, but, well, I ignore that because of sharpshooter. So, bye-bye. Oh goodness, that's 23 to hit. Yeah, that hits, and because no reaction available, yeah, he gets hit. If I can, there we go. For 17 damage. Both of them are instantly bloodied. Alright, 4 more attack rolls for the other green-skinned creatures. I'm just gonna leave sharpshooter on because almost like I'm skipping slingstones over their heads. Okay, that's 24 to hit for 17 damage. Well, that guy was short-lived. Flack. And the next guy, sharpshooter still on. Oh gosh, this is gonna be ugly. 19 minus 5 is 14, which is actually a complete miss. Well, that's a bummer. The last 2 guys. Varin's slingstone bounces off a shield. Ooh, and a nat 1 means another miss. But a 23 minus 5 is 18. That's an 18 damage roll too. So, oh, there's no more nose where that creature's nose was. There's just a big hole. And that was Varin's bonus action, and just a little bit of movement. Pretty much, yeah. And Varin only moved 5 feet. And Varin's going to move up to here now, so that he's helping to block passage. Why? I was right beside you the whole time. Oh yeah, you can't smell too good. True. Thea's turn is next. What would Thea like to do? Oh wait, yeah, that's kind of a problem, isn't it? Varin and Adran are kind of blocking her line of sight. Okay. Depending on where she moves to, she might be able to get line of sight on a target. Yes, because Varin cast Longstrider on the mules, Dell, and himself, since Thea and Adran are capable of taking care of themselves, at least when it comes to movement. Which one? Oh, which one are you talking about? snake creature, I would call that half. I would actually call that 3/4 cover because of the column and Adran both. But Thea ignores that because sharpshooter. So her shot is with advantage and sneak attack if she hits. That's fine. That just means that your stealth check will be at normal instead of with advantage. Okay. I did say sneak attack. If she hits, she gets sneak attack. So you can just, yes. So if you want sharpshooter, that's -5 to the attack, but +10 to the damage if you hit. So you've clicked the sharpshooter for the attack modifier. Now click the next sharpshooter down and sneak attack. And now you can make the acid quiver shot with advantage. Alright, so that's 25 -5 is 20. Roll it again for advantage. So roll it again at normal. At normal. Yes, at normal, not at advantage. Okay, there you go. And we go with the lower of the two rolls. So 22 -5. 17 to hit is actually a hit. So that is 30 points sneak attack, 10 for sharpshooter, and 11 from acid, for a total of 51 points of damage. Watch that health bar. Oosh. Alright, and would Thea like to give me a stealth? She still has 5 feet of movement remaining, and a stealth check if she wishes to give that. Excellent. So that's a 25. That's the use of her reliable talent to not roll below, I believe, a 10? Yes. Yeah, so as a reliable talent, she cannot roll below a 10. So yeah, that's a 25 stealth check. Pretty solid. Did she move before she rolled for stealth? Okay. Did she want to use the last 5 feet of her movement? Okay. There is a thunderous shriek and a sound of howling wind as a shadow falls over the bridge. An enormous bird with feathers easily the size of our arms, and those are the short ones, slams onto the bridge. Adran, this is kind of familiar to you. A fellow creature of this kind once carried you high into the air. Now, it cannot see Thea. It doesn't know where Thea is precisely. Adran, please roll me a d6. On even, he's going to guess correctly. On an uneven, he's going to guess incorrectly. So even is okay. So he is going to guess correctly. He's going to make an attack roll against her, or rather a grapple check against her. So, I'm going to have him do this at disadvantage because he can't see his target. Thea gets to make her choice, acrobatics or athletics. Okay, go ahead and roll me acrobatics, while this creature is going to roll an athletics check. Thea barely dodges this creature's attack. snashing claws. And it's going to use its multi-attack to try again. So, one more time. Thea, give me an acrobatics or athletics check. Another 20. Oh, because you. Because she's getting her reliable talent. This time the claws come within striking distance and only just manage to not hit her. So that's here now. A sparkling gem that you didn't see on hanging on a leather cord about this female creature's neck snaps, Adran. The jewel falls to the stone of the bridge, and it looks like it's a gemstone, so it should be pretty hard, but as soon as it touches, it snaps with a sharp ringing sound, and out spills a large stone-skinned creature bedecked with an obscene amount of jewelry adorning various collars, necklaces, bracelets, bangles of a metallic golden material. It slaps one hand on the stone, and as it lifts its arm up, it draws from the stone a massive maul, a two-handed warhammer. And moves up to there. This guy is going to scamper. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. And you just hear Varin go, "Oh, big." This creature is going to try and hide. Okay. Adran, I know that beats your passive perception. What is Thea's passive perception, please? Okay. So the one with the ninja mask is now hidden from Del, Thea, and Adran. Okay. Adran, it is your turn, sir, and you are confronted with a massive stone creature with a big maul. You have got to learn to use your inspiration points before you make these comments, sir. You keep wasting your best one-liners. Nope, no stacking for you. Ouch. What would you like to do, Adran? Is that what you really want to do? I mean, you can make that action if you wish. What do you want to do? And that is? Okay. Oh, and now you're flanking. That's brilliant. Well, Varin hasn't hidden. Nope, because he used his bonus action. No, he used his bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark. Yep. Now you have advantage on all your attacks, because flanking. Oh boy. Let's see what you can do. Pardon me. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay. The 25 for your first attack is a solid hit for 6. Which definitely hit. Watch that health bar. Oh, wait, hold on. 25 hit, 27 hit, 24 hit, for a total of 12 and 6 is 18, 18 and 10, 28 damage. Watch that health bar. Anything else for you, sir? Fair enough. Go for it, sir. I think you're gonna need it. Oh, and you crit. Right off the bat, a nice crit. Okay, so that is 7, 8 is 15. Plus 10, because that 19 is gonna hit. 15, 10, 25. 34 damage, sir. Now look at that health bar. Anything else for Adran? Okay. What's the matter? Now with that, so you've only moved 25 feet. You just gained another 30. So you have you have another. Let me do the math on that again. 30 and 10, 15 and 40. You now have 55 feet of movement, and this guy cannot attack you with an attack of opportunity. But that's the only one who doesn't get to attack you, so mind your course. Do you wish to move away? Your choice. Do 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 do. Okay. That was brilliant. From your current position, you can now see this fellow in his rather blood-soaked, tattered, crude, and rather disgusting finery, trying to crouch behind the burning snake figure. And then a long, massive, bristling with short, spiny hairs leg reaches up over the edge of the bridge, followed by another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and oh look! It's a spider. And coming out from coming out from its hidden position, it gets advantage on this. So first roll, and oops, button, and now button. Second roll, going with the higher of the two, it gets a 9. As a mass of web comes spraying out at you, you manage to duck underneath it and not get caught in its restraining strands. So that happened. And you hear a shriek from above. A crooked-limbed creature with huge wings and slashing narrow fingers slams onto the stone behind you, Adran. And please give me a Constitution saving throw. That should have been at normal. So we go... That's only against damage. So we'll go with that 18, which is a success. As spores spread out in a visible cloud, green cloud from this creature, out to 15 feet. Succeeded, so you're not poisoned. Ooh. Alright, this fellow is gonna slip up to you. Wrong character sheet. And with his, I said dagger earlier, it was supposed to be not dagger, it's supposed to be scimitar, my bad. Goes to attack you. Yes, you. Getting a 16 to hit. It gobbles and gabbles and yells up at you in a crude dialect of goblin.
You are tasty!
And then it's going to step back away from you, triggering no attackers of opportunity as it uses its bonus action to disengage. The one referred to as Lilliputian is going to, let's see, she's going to, yeah, she's still alive. She's going to go here. Did I remember? Yeah. She's going to pull out a sling and send a sling stone skimmering at you, sir. I get a 19, which misses. And then this guy is going to move here and attack you with his scimitar. Getting a 6, that's boring. Then it uses its bonus action to disengage and step back to here. Dell looks down at his staff of healing, looks up at all this. Well, I don't think anyone needs healing at the moment. He's gonna let go of it so it clatters onto the bottom of the bone cart and uses his interaction to pull out the staff of paralysis. At the moment, no one really needs help. He's going to ready an action and to try and paralyze whoever seems to be the most... He's going to try and paralyze the first creature within range that deals damage to one of us. So help me remember that if you would, sir. Thank you. Adran is left confronted with this big stony creature. That's not good. Especially since all of Varin's attention was focused on this fellow. Varin's gonna bonus action hide. I'm really learning to like this ability. Especially combined with the Wood Elf race trait. I'm only trying to hide from this guy. You would not believe this. Varin successfully hides. With a... I rolled a 2. Varin's going to go to here. You know, it worked out really well last time. Hang on. Let's put it here. Hey look, I can even target that guy. My first attack is going to go against this snake with advantage. And sharpshooter. And Colossus Slayer. And Hunter's Mark. If I hit. This is going to... Yeah, this might be brutal. Right? I need to add to here Hunter's Mark. Give me 1 second. Hunter's Mark. Okay. I'm attacking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because this creature right here, the creature that tried to hide from everyone else, did not successfully hide from Varin. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. 6 shots from Sling Stones. That brings this pouch of Sling Stones down to 6 remaining stones. So first shot is at advantage with Sharpshooter check, Colossus Slayer check, and Hunter's Mark check. Let's see it. Yeah, that'll hit. 17 is gonna hit. I get 5 from Colossus Slayer, 10 from Sharpshooter, and 5 from Hunter's Mark. So that's 20 from just the damage riders, of which Hunter's Mark is Hunter's Mark is the only one not affected. So let me get my calculator. Come on, calculator. Oh baby. I know. And that 7 is also going to be halved. So that's a total of 17 damage. Watch that health bar. If only I had magic stones. Magic stones? Ah, yeah, glowstone, not magical ammunition. Okay, so that was that guy. I'm going to target Lilliputian next. No more advantage, no Hunter's Mark, and no Colossus Slayer. But Sharpshooter. Oh, excuse me. 28 minus 5 is 23 to hit. Hang on. Okay, it still somehow rolled Hunter's Mark. And I don't know why, because I unchecked it. So that 11 is actually a 10. She's now going to use her reaction to switch places with this guy. Oops. Okay, hang on a second. There we go. So instead of hitting her, I'm going to hit him for 16 damage. He's dead. That shield did him no good. Swack! So I attacked her, but it hit him. I'm sorry? She can do that. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I apologize. I went literal on you. I know. Now the problem is, I originally attacked her, but she switched places with that guy, and he's dead now. Well, we're about to find out, because I cannot attack her again because I already attacked her, and I cannot attack that guy because he just died. So I'm going to attack that guy. And I get to ignore cover because of Sharpshooter. Thank you very much. Okay, Sharpshooter's on. Sling. Okay, it's still... That should be 10. Okay, good. Now it's rolling properly. Go figure. Alright. 22 minus 5 is 17 to hit, which is just what I needed to hit him. However, he sees the shot coming, he shrieks, and switches places with that giant spider. Wait, what? Pretty much. Oh, ouch. That spider's instantly bloodied. But because the spider didn't die, that means it's still a viable target that I did not originally target with volley. So, here's the shot for the spider. 19 minus 5 is 14, which is exactly what I needed to hit for 19 damage, and it dies because it only had 10 hit points left. Stop moving around! And final attack against that fiend that just tried to poison you with its spores. 14 minus 5 is 9. Yeah, that's gonna miss. Varin is so distracted by these creatures just switching places all about, the slingstone goes wide. Alright, so I moved how far? I only moved 25 feet, so I still have 20 feet remaining. Hi! Can you... and this goes here. Alright. Oh, look whose turn it is. This snake-like being. Okay, I can close that. And I can open this. It's going to bring up its, let's see, it's going to try and hit you, sir, with its burning tail. I get a crit. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay, that's 19 plus 12. You take 31 points of damage from that hit, sir. Yeah. 31 between bludgeoning and fire. You are also grappled. So I'm going to put this net on you. Now, also, please give me a Constitution saving throw with advantage to try and maintain concentration. I'm looking for you to meet or beat a 16. Well, that's a success. You maintain concentration on Expeditious Retreat, for whatever that's worth. You are grappled and restrained. Which means attack rolls are at advantage against you, and all of your attack rolls are at disadvantage. And then it brings up its big burning spear with 2 hands on the haft. Make sure I'm using the right one here. Yeah, here we go. I get a 26 to hit. Would you like to cast shield? I am shocked. I don't know what you mean. Okay, top of the round. Thía is hidden from this creature. Any ranged attack she makes is automatically with disadvantage. On the other hand, she can slip out her short sword of warning excuse me, in her free hand and making it a melee attack at advantage with sneak attack if she hits, but no sharpshooter. Okay. That makes sense to me. Oh goodness, that should have been at advantage, so roll it one more time. At normal. So we'll go with the 27. That hits. No sharpshooter, thank you, sir. So that is 40 points of damage. Watch that health bar. So that was her interaction and her attack. She can try and hide, and she gets advantage if she. Ooh, excuse me. She gets advantage if she moves less than half of her movement. If you want to move more than 15, let me think that through. 35, half. If you want to move 20 feet away from this creature, 20 feet or less, then you roll with advantage. If you are going to move more than 20 feet, then you roll at normal. That's okay, you can roll with advantage. Bearing in mind that because of reliable talent, you cannot roll below a 25. So that's a 26. That is not a use of reliable talent because you got 11. Okay, you are fairly well hidden. You have your sling in one hand and your short sword in the other. Any thoughts from Thea about this? So you're aware, this greenish area, that's not part of the bridge. Yeah, I would say that we would switch from 26 to just 26 because that's the first number you rolled. Because remember, if you move more than half of your wait, where are you trying to go? Here? Okay, hang on. So you move 15 feet. You could go here instead, if that's what you want. Okay. And I need to check, and because I almost forgot something. Is Del within 6? No, he is not within range of that creature. So that does not trigger his reaction. On his turn, if he's within range. So I assume that's it for Thea? Okay. Yeah. Alright, Adran, roll me a d6. On an even, it's going to guess correctly. On an uneven, it's going to guess incorrectly. Second round in a row. Okay. It is going to guess correctly. It is still making this grab at disadvantage. It's going to attempt to grab Thea. Please give me Thea's choice, athletics or acrobatics. Oh, I forgot to put it at disadvantage. So that's a 26 versus disadvantage. An 11. Alright, it's going to try and grab her. Yeah, it's going to go ahead and try and grab her again. Yes, please. I get a 22. You should have rolled it normal. However, at 25... Oh! Okay. Roll for Thea. Roll for Thea at normal. Yes, please and thank you. She barely manages to avoid its grasp. That is on the normal, and that's not using reliable talent. Okay. Oh, that's what I meant to do on. Ah, darn it. This big stony creature with the big heavy maul, let's see, is going to slide over the earth to here. And it has a big maul. It is indeed. Against Varin, maul attack. Double check going. Yep, okay. Number 1. Eventually. Yeah, that's gonna hit. Maul attack number 2. That misses. Whoo! Nope, just 2. So Varin is going to take 14 damage. Ow. And has to makes a Constitution saving throw versus 10 or higher. Maintains Concentration on Hunter's Mark. Haha! Woohoo! And is he within range of Del? Nope. 60 feet for the Bone Staff of Paralysis. Well, Varin says, ow, that hurts. I guess you've got magic. As if that weren't obvious from the first. Alright. At the sight of the giant spider dead, this fellow shrieks in fear, dashes to over here, sees the wounded condition of this creature. Need to double check something. Yes. Okay.
I wish the dealer of damage to my bird dead!
This fellow right here yelled, I wish the dealer of damage to my bird dead. This stone creature turns, regards the little fellow, rumbles something. You don't understand what it says, but you do understand it spoke in an actual language. For Thía, the short sword of warning shatters into dust. And now he's going to try and hide again. Actually, no, he can't because he can't interrupt line of sight. Actually, you know what? He's going to try and hide from Thía and Del, basically. No, wait. Ooh, I got a better idea. If he can do it. Can you do it? He cannot. Okay. He's going to try and hide using his bonus action. But he only gets the 13. I think that beats the... I don't think that beats Thea's passive perception, does it?
Eek!
Adran, you're not sure what just happened, but you recognize the sound of metal shivering, shattering into dust. And you heard what the gobbling fellow yelled, and what the stone thing said, but you don't know what the stone thing said. What would you like to do, sir? What's the matter? Scared? And restrained. So any attack roll you make is at disadvantage. Oh, and you're also wrapped up in a tail that's burning you. You can attempt to get out of it with either an athletics or acrobatics check. There you go. Okay, let's see what you got. You slip out of it as though it was just a relaxing arm around your shoulders. You are free and no longer restrained or grappled, but that was your action. You can bonus action dash, but if you do so, you'll trigger attacks at least one attack of opportunity. What would you like to do, sir? Yes. Ah, there you go. Let's see it. Nope, you did not. So that's 18 hit points back to you. I bet that feels good. There you go. Do you wish to hold your position? Very well. And that, I believe, concludes your turn, Adran. The Spore Spitter. Please roll me 1d6. Okay, it does not get its spores back. However, it opens its maw and utters a horrific screech. Adran, please give me a Constitution saving throw. At normal. 15 for you, sir. Okay, that is a success. The burning snake figure with arms. Constitution saving throw. Oh, why is that an advantage? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, we'll go with that 19, which is also a success. And then Lilliputian. Constitution saving throw. She is stunned. What happened? The little guy that's suddenly up against Varin regards Varin, looks at all the dead bodies.
Nah, not worth it.
And bonus action disengage. He's going to use his action to dash. So 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Uh, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. He's just running. He's like, nope, I'm done. Bye. Lilliputian is stunned. Dell. I think he's gonna just try and paralyze this creature. Although it doesn't seem like Thea needs much help. It can't hurt. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's on his character sheet. I forgot. I know what I'm doing. He's gonna spend a charge. 60 feet, Constitution saving throw of 15. So I'm looking for a 15 or higher. Constitution saving throw. That's a 12. That is not enough. That is not equal to nor higher than 15. Zzzt. A thin blue ray streaks from the bone staff, strikes into the chest of this giant bird, and it freezes in place. I'll hold it as long as I can. Please don't let anyone hurt me. All right, Varin's turn. One creature, very painful, right next to me. That creature, Hunter's marked. That creature stunned. Let's see what I can reach. LOL. Except, you know, as much as possible. Ooh, that guy's gonna try and get away, and he might actually succeed. Or I can attack all three of these. Tough choices. Maybe I should try and vanish. 29. Anywhere I want. So that's 20 feet. Wait, hold on. Let me readjust that. Come on. Myself. Where's Waldo? Take an inspiration point while I try to breathe. Oh gosh, that hurt. Ouch. Alright, so that's gonna hide me. Not to there. Yes, to there. First shot at advantage. 1, 2, 3 shots to go. So slingstones go down to 3. First shot at advantage against that rather wounded fiery snake. Against whom I'm not gonna use Colossus Slayer. Now I'm gonna use Hunter's Mark. I'm just not gonna use Colossus Slayer. I'm not gonna use Sharpshooter either. I want this attack to hit. Hunter's Mark. Yes, at advantage. Sling. I crit. So that's 9 from Hunter's Mark and 10 from my Slingstone. So 10 is going to get halved to 5. 5 and 9 is 14. That snake had, let's see. What's that? You're shocked by something? You're shocked by the damage? It's only Hunter's Mark and the Slingstone. 14 damage, and the burning snake had only 5 hit points left. Just a regular stone. Yeah, it kind of shatters. It's actually kind of a good thing you didn't hit it, Adran, because if you had, you would have gotten hurt with fire. So that creature dies. I'm going to bonus action mark. You're welcome. Let's see. He didn't hide me. 50 feet away. What's Hunter's Mark's range? 60 feet? 90 feet? Spells? Oh hey, 90 feet. So I'm going to move Hunter's Mark. Yeah, onto that little guy who's trying to escape. With my bonus action. And then my next attack is going against the stunned one. And that one I'm going to put, let's see, Colossus Slayer on. And not Hunter's Mark. Colossus Slayer. And I still want this attack to hit. Stuns. Oh, attack rolls have advantage. Okay, I'm on advantage. Sure, I'll put Sharpshooter on this since I have advantage. Let's see how this goes for her. You've got to be kidding me. I crit again. And she doesn't have resistance like that burning fellow did. That's 26 points of damage. She had 5 hit points left. And my next attack is at normal. Bye! No Colossus Slayer. I'm gonna you know what? I don't know this thing's armor class, so I'm gonna just go with no Sharpshooter for now and see how hard it is to hit it or not. I get a 15 to hit, which smacks it right in the corner of its right eye. And it takes, not as much damage as Varin rolled. So I only moved 15 feet. I have 45 feet. I have 30 feet remaining. There's a blur of motion and wind past you, sir. Come on. Whoosh. As Varin gives chase after that escaping creature. You're welcome. So that was that was the bottom of the round. Thía. Coincidentally, that big creature right next to Thía is paralyzed. Which means that is true. It was shattered. You do have your daggers. Paralyzed creatures incapacitated. Automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. All attack rolls against the creature automatically have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. You are within 5 feet of it. So with your dagger, show me an attack at advantage. I believe you're going to use your dagger. No more short sword of warning. But the wish was granted. A 26 to hit is gonna hit. So let's see. That's a critical hit. No, you had sneak attack for that attack because you're attacking with advantage with a finesse weapon. There we go. I got there. 7 times 6, 42 plus 25 plus your dagger deals 24, so that's 9 plus 4. So that's 80 damage with your dagger. Well, because I use brutal critical. I use brutal criticals, so I maximize all the appropriate damage dice, and then add the roll. So 25 plus 42 for sneak attack. Oh, wrong button I just hit. Plus 9 plus 4, so that's 13. So that's 42 plus 25 equals 67. Plus 13 equals 80 points of damage. Watch that health bar. She can use her interaction to pull out her second dagger and bonus action attack again, but it will not be at advantage. Excuse me, it will be at advantage, but no sneak attack. If you look at Thea's character sheet, you will see, where is it? Down in the global damage modifier, offhand dagger. Please click that. Give me a dagger attack at advantage, if you please, sir. And it's a crit if it hits. Okay, that is, yes, that is gonna hit. So that is 8. Let me double check the math here, because I'm not sure. Yes, 8 minus 5 is 3. Plus 4 for the damage of the dagger is 7 more points of damage. Watch that health bar. Boop. Alright, so she is not... is she going to move away or hold her ground? And okay, she would have also dropped her longbow at her feet. Okay. It is now the giant bird's turn. Which means it gets to make a saving throw against the Bone Staff of Paralysis. It needs to hit 15 or higher. So, there it is. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Ignore this first roll. Okay, it doesn't really matter. It is not paralyzed. Dun dun dun. But that's the end of its turn. Womp womp womp. Alright. The maul wielding creature looks around in evident confusion. More like, where did the one I was chasing go? It floats into the air, the lower half of its body turning into a twisting whirlwind of sand. It's going to move to here. What's the matter, Varin? You couldn't be worried, could you? What did I say? Oops. Yep, you are correct. You couldn't be worried, Adran, could you? First attack. I get a 24. And second attack. 20. There's about a bowl-sized dent in the stone floor at your foot. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, already. Which joke was that? Because I thought you just made one. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, the one you went with was much better. So this fellow looks back at Lilliputian's broken, slingstone-riddled body. Oh! You win some, you lose some! And runs over here and climbs on the back of this big bird.
Maybe I'll have better luck with the next girl.
And he's going to take command of this creature and have it disengage. And start flying. Yeah. Easily clearing the arch. I'm gonna say it is 60 feet over and 60 feet up over the bridge.
This spot's getting too hot for me.
Adran, it is your turn, sir. Oh, and as part of that, he's not gonna hide because there's basically the body of this enormous creature between it and everyone on the bridge. So, Adran, what would you like to do, sir? Okay. Yeah. Actually, you know what? You've got your charm on you, sir. This is a fiend. Which means it's not a 29 to hit. That's a 33 to hit. For 8 damage. Eesh. It's now wounded. Anything else for you, sir? Okay, take the fiend bonus off, and then give me the attack roll. A 20 to hit is assuredly a hit for another 8 damage. Eep. Okay, that means no attacks of opportunity from either of them. And yes, I know you're underneath the arch because it's 30 feet tall. Ooh, excuse me. You have 1 attack remaining to you, sir. Oh dear. He hears you coming, he tries to spin around and block with his shield. Can you hit him anyways? Let's find out. I can't see his arm. Yeah. Your invisible force blade removes a section of the center of his throat. This deal 11 points of damage, and he drops stone cold to the stone. Stone cold to the cold stone. All right, so that was your attacks. Your how far are your movement? 25. Okay. So you have 15 feet remaining to move before you even bonus action dash. Where would you like to go, sir? I didn't see that coming. Well played. You move 25. You have 15 feet remaining, and you still have your bonus action to dash if you wish. Okay? And they still get no attacks of opportunity. Because you attacked them both. $40. You used 40, you move, because you don't have Longstrider on you. Precisely. I hope you will pardon me for one quick second. We shall see. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. So where did you move exactly? Oh goodness. There's a heck of a lag happening on my end. Well done. Alright, anything else for you, sir? I think that's all you can do. Roll me a d6, please. Okay. Does not get that back. But it does get to fly 60 feet. Slamming into the ground, it's now going to attack you at last. Stabbing once with his beak and raking with his talons. Getting a nat 1 and an 8 to hit. Alright, Dell's going to have, let's see, the mules move here because they have Longstrider on them. And he points the bone staff at paralysis. Maybe you shouldn't have stayed so close to the bridge. And he's going to try to paralyze once more. 15 or higher. 60 feet up and 60 feet over. Well, that didn't work. Varin snarls and struggles visibly with himself for a second as he tries to not attack you, Adran. That was my prey. He's gonna move up to here. You can see that now. Bonus action shift to that flying bird. Hunter's Mark. I don't think I can technically see the creature riding the bird. So I'm only going to check the language on volley. I'm confused. Is it a point within sight or is it something else? Sorry, give me 1 second. Range check any number of creatures 10 feet of a point you can see within your weapon's range. Okay, so I don't have to see this. I don't have to see the target. I just have to see a point. Well, there's only 2 of them. So I'm only going to attack that big bird. That sounds harsh. I'm going to use Sharpshooter. He's wounded, so Colossus Slayer and Hunter's Mark if I hit. Two shots. Well, that 15 minus 5 is gonna miss. But the 20 minus 5 is 15, so that's actually gonna hit. That is 5 from Colossus Slayer, 10 from Sharpshooter, and 3 from Hunter's Mark. Plus 7 from the Sling Stone. So that's 25 damage. If I can find my mouse. There we go. 5. And a single hit. And then Varin. Wait, I used my bonus action already. Drat. He's 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay. Top of the round. Thía no longer has her short sword. If she just drops her daggers to the ground, yes. Okay. Okay. The winged creature is still in the air. Problem: she did not hide from it previously. If she wants advantage and therefore sneak attack, she has to first hide. How rude. If that's as far as she's going to move currently, then she gets advantage on her stealth check. If that's as far as she wants to move, let's see, 5. So she can move there, stealth check, and she still has 15 feet of movement if she wants to stay at advantage. So she's used 10 feet. And advantage. Yeah, stealth roll first to earn the advantage. Well, a 32. Yeah, she's hidden. So she gets advantage on her shot. Excellent. Yes. Oh gosh, that looks ugly. Oh goodness. 23 minus 5 is 18, which definitely hits. So 10 from Sharpshooter, and 31 from Sneak Attack, and 8 from Acid Quiver, means 49 points of damage. Indeed. How far did she move total so far? She moved more than that, I thought. Oh no, you're right, 10 feet. She has she has 10 feet remaining before the end of her turn. Okay, she is exposed, she is not hidden. The bird doesn't get a turn. Okay. Let's see. Forced to serve, what would it do? What would it do? Oh, that's one I haven't tried yet. Since it's having a hard time dealing with you, sir. Nope, not there yet. Still not there. Almost there. Okay. Adran, what would you say is Adran's worst fear of which yeah, your deepest fears of creatures? Yeah, what creature do you most fear? You stole the name. Wraith. Oh, those corpses? Phantom ones. You stole the name from. You've lost me, I apologize. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Not wraiths. Those were actual physical bodies that stepped out of opening columns or sarcophagi. One of them suddenly seems to stand out from the stone right next to you, sir. Please give me a wisdom saving throw. At normal. Would you like to give me a use of Indomitable? You can re-roll that failed saving throw, sir. Well, that's not a success, I'm sorry to say. Adran, you are frightened as this creature appears right next to you. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls as long as the source of your fear is within sight, and you cannot willingly draw near the source of your fear. I'm going to say it's appearing right here, if that makes sense. So you're frightened. Okay, and this fellow is now concentrating. The fellow on the giant bird's back is going to have it dive 60 feet down towards Varin, and is going to make a slash at Varin with his scimitar. Ooh, excuse me. Twice. Well, the 23 is going to hit, slapping Varin in the face, and Varin has to make a Constitution saving throw. 10 or higher to keep concentration. Well, yeah, he keeps concentration on Hunter's Mark. Then the little green fellow has the bird disengage and fly another 60 feet up, rolling back upright. And that was his turn. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. Adran. Alright, sir. You are frightened. What would you like to do? That seems like reasonable. Move yourself 1 square in the direction of your choice that you can move. Bearing in mind that this right here, this edge, that's not bridge, that's open air. Okay, just wanted to make sure you were aware, before you stepped off. And yet, that rag-wrapped corpse follows you almost at your heels. What would you like to do, sir? You can attack it if you wish. Oh, or you can attack the birdish creature. The only thing is that you're attacking at disadvantage. What are you attacking? The winged fiend. All right, go for the attack. At disadvantage. 12 and 4 is 16, which is a hit for 9 damage. Lucky you. What have you got? What have you got? Oh, yeah, that's gonna hit for another. That's another 22 to hit for 13 damage. Ow! You are on disadvantage. You're frightened, but you're also attacking a fiend, which you have a charm to attack. For 1 day more after this. 19 plus 4 with disadvantage. All 3 attacks hit. That's another 13. Did you want to try and move anywhere? Anywhere further? Alright. Where is here? Okay, well that does not trigger an attack of opportunity. You moved 25 originally, and then 25 and 15. Yep, that's the whole of your movement without using bonus action expeditious retreat. Did you want to dash anywhere? Alright, where would you like to dash? Fair enough. Okay. You do indeed. Adran, give me a wisdom saving throw. Oh dear. That's okay, we'll still go with that first roll like normal. That is going to be a fail. Would you like to use Indomitable? Alright, I believe that's the last use of the day for you. Alright, give me one more wisdom saving throw at normal. I was going to say. We'll go with... Honestly, with that, it doesn't really matter. Both are a fail. Alright, Adran. You're going to take... It looks like this corpse reaches out and brushes your horrific scar with brutal fingers. Did I spell this right? Yes, I did. You're going to take 22 psychic damage. And give me a Constitution saving throw at advantage to keep concentration. Let me think about that. Yep, that is a success. You maintain concentration. Nope, you are still concentrating. The horrifically hurt creature is going to flash forward suddenly in a flap of its great crooked wings. How far should I go? Oh, okay. I'm going to go here. And it's going to attack, let's see, Del with talons and Thía with its beak. That is going to hit Del for 13 damage. The 15 to hit Thía misses, I believe. So Thía has an AC of 20. Okay. And Del must make now a saving throw for his concentration. Actually, you know what? He's just gonna go ahead and let concentration go on. Wow, my brain went away. Detect magic. Ha! I got there. What? Yeah. Alright, so that's gone. Alright, what can you do for you, sir? Adran, there's no one chasing you! As he thrusts out his hand and casts Dispel Magic. Adran, that corpse wasn't there. It was an illusion. It did indeed. It was attacking your mind directly. Then he's going to have the... Okay, so that creature is not within range of the mules, so he's going to have the mules... you know what? He's going to go here, not right towards the edge, and potentially right over the edge if someone decides to take issue with him. All right. So you're no longer plagued by fear, nor by the illusion, sir. That was a fun little spell to use against you. Okay, I want my attacks to hit this creature, so I'm not using Hunter's Mark. Or sorry, rephrase, I'm not using Sharpshooter. There we go. I know words. Words are hard. I'm going to use my interaction to open... Let's see. Actually, you know what? I'm going to first use my bonus action to hide. Sorry about that. I get a 19. I'm trying to hide from that big bird specifically. Yeah, that's hidden. So my first attack is at advantage. And I'm going to use Sharpshooter as a result. And I'm going to use my interaction. So that's my bonus action to hide. First Slingstone away. Colossus Slayer and Hunter's Mark if I hit. Yeah, 25 is gonna hit. And I'm gonna use my interaction to open up my next pouch of Slingstones. So that first shot is hitting for 24 damage. The bird, that's 60 feet up. Second shot, no Sharpshooter on this one because I still want this attack to hit. No Colossus Slayer, but Hunter's Mark. Using a Slingstone for my other pouch, my second one, I get a 30 for another 10. And then I'm gonna move how far? That's 25. 25, 35, 35, 40, 45. All right. Thea! Get it before it gets away! Thea is confronted with her bow in hand and this ugly fiend right in front of her. I'm going to say it's kind of flying at 10 feet above the stone bridge. So it's at her head level, if you will. What would Thea like to do? Yeah, that is what Varin is yelling. Okay, that shot will be at disadvantage because she's got an enemy within 5. She could bonus action to hide first before she moves. No worries. It's, you know, you've played a couple of times as the rogue, not, you know, for 14 levels. Let's see. So you can actually go right underneath this creature. To put things in a very linear mindset, its feet are at the level of her head. So she can walk underneath it without triggering. So if she only moves 15 or 20 feet, she can make her stealth check with advantage. But that'll be all the movement for her turn. Okay, 31. That's not a use of reliable talent, but that is very well hidden. Where would she like to move to within 15 or 20 feet of her current position? 20 feet, excuse me. Okay. So she gets advantage from being hidden, but disadvantage from being within 5 feet. Alternatively, we can ignore the advantage roll and just go with that 27, the first roll, and she can move up to her full 35 feet of movement. And then get advantage because she won't be within 5 feet of an enemy. You move, okay. If you move just one more forward, I guess. Yep, that would be 20 feet, and you have a clear line of fire on that big bird. That gargantuan creature. So you have advantage on the shot, and sneak attack if you hit. Oh, this is gonna be painful. So that is 22 to hit for 37 damage. Watch that health bar. Where does the arrow strike in the mortal blow? Ooh, right in the... Go ahead. Adran, please roll me 6d6. The green creature on the back of the bird tumbles off its back, shrieking as it falls head first towards the stone. I never liked her anyways! And there's a splattering sound. And he dies. Now bear in mind Thía is no longer hidden because of that shot. Okay. You were going to say something, sir. Alright. The big stone fellow. Well, this is interesting. With both of its... Adran, please roll me an insight check. Adran, Thía, and Del can all roll if you wish. Varin's going to roll. Okay, Adran, you get an 8. Varin gets a 17. Do you want Del and Thía to roll an insight check as well? Okay, you roll for Thía, I'll roll for Del. Well, Thía gets a 3 and Del gets a 6. So Varin's the only one who recognizes that this stone creature is suddenly joyously happy that its apparent masters are now dead. And it casts a spell and disappears. So it would seem. Adran, it's your turn, sir. Oh, hey, there's a fiend right there, and you're not frightened of anything anymore. So, yes. Imagine it like this. It's at your, like, right above your head. Like, you can walk underneath it, and your feet would be, and the top of your head would be scraping it, basically. So it's definitely in your range. Pokey stabby away. Nope, that is 24 to hit for 10 damage. Yes, that hits. Well, yep, good thing you had that. That was one attack, sir. I can't believe how many crits I got in this round. Or, sorry, excuse me, this match. Uh, 22 to hit for another 7. Solid hit. Oh, come on, come on, come on. That's an 18 to hit for 13 damage. Very nice. Anything else you want to do with your turn, sir? You can move away from it and trigger no attack of opportunity. Ten feet to get to where you are. Yes, sir. For another 40 feet. So, liking mobile and expeditious retreat? You know, I thought that this bridge was going to be very limiting on how we could move, and I think I was wrong. I believe that is the end of your turn, sir. Please roll me 2d6 because I forgot to roll it on this creature's last turn. So 2d6, one each separate. Okay, perfect. Well, that's not enough. One more. Nope, it doesn't get its spores back. It's going to fly through the archway, and it's going to give in passing, an attack at Del, slashing with its talons. Oops. One second. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna hit Del for another 19 damage. Del screams in pain. 35, 45. It lands, skidding to a halt on the stone next to you, sir, and stabs at you with its beak. Getting only a 14 to hit, and you hear a whisper of a thought from its mind.
She will walk again!
Dell is going to try and paralyze that creature. I think that's a fair call after that slash. One more charge down. It is not paralyzed. Come to think of it, it actually had advantage on that. So, well, for giggles, let's see what it could have rolled. Okay, yeah, it's definitely not paralyzed. Dell's now going to have the mules disengage and move the cart back 40 feet. Ow, 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 ow! Oh, it's Varin's turn. This should be fun. I'm going to go here. Oh, I'm not going to hide, but because I'm going to use my bonus action to shift Hunter's Mark onto this creature. Let's check something real quick. That's what I thought. Okay. Alright, so Hunter's Mark is on. I can't believe I've held it this entire fight. I am not going to use Colossus Slayer. Darn it, I'm not going to use Sharpshooter, but I am going to use Colossus Slayer. There we go. Firstlings don't attack. 29 to hit. 1 from Colossus Slayer, 5 from Hunter's Mark, and 6 from the stone. Oops, wrong button. Oops. What? There we go. Okay. So that comes out to a total of 9 damage. And then no Colossus Slayer on my second shot. I forgot to take away my Sling Stone. Second shot. 30 to hit. No Colossus Slayer, good. For 8 damage total. Ooh. Oh, this could be very brutal. Top of the round. Thía. Thía is up next. She is not hidden. But where you are within 5 feet. So if she shoots and hits, as long as she does not have disadvantage, she gets sneak attack. She is not hidden, so she will not get advantage. But because you're within 5 feet of this enemy, as long as she does not have disadvantage, she gets sneak attack if she hits. Or she can bonus action hide and then attack with advantage. Okay, which other way? Okay, she's just gonna take the shot. Okay. No sneak attack, she can use Sharpshooter if she wishes. Uh, 13 minus 5 is 8 to hit, and a complete miss. Anything else for her? Okay. She can hide in the drifting ash. Oh goodness. Well, it's a good thing she has reliable talent. Okay. Does she want to move anywhere as well? Okay. Where would you like to move to? She has 35 feet of movement to move. I cannot help you there. Okay. In which case, Adran, it's your turn, sir. And you're fighting a feed. 15 and 4 is 19 to hit for 8 damage. And it has to make a Constitution saving throw. It's still alive. That is 21 to hit for 10. Adran, how do you want to finish this fight? It only had one hit point left. It splatters into goo all over you. And yeah, it tastes like, well, you'd rather not say. Yeah, you're getting a bath tonight in the sand if you have to. You stink. And then I glance at Lilliputian, who's at my feet. Wow. It's really kind of disgusting what that creature said right before it died. And then you hear Del, Adran? Those columns back there, the archways we passed through to get up to the top of the bridge, they're starting to glow. Which you might recall only happened when someone passed within 30 feet of them. Do you want to look through your spyglass? Okay. So it's a half mile away, in essence. Not terribly far. And you're using your spyglass, which makes it seem, you know, like half the distance. Make sense? Alright, let me see if I can find where it is. Okay. Almost there. Getting tired over there? Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. What you see, is like, hang on. Gotta pull something up real quick. Which, of course, I hit the wrong button, so give me one more moment. I think it's round 7 that we finished everything, so we haven't even been in combat for a whole minute yet. Okay. You've seen these creatures before. Loping along are 3 burning, monstrously mutated hound creatures, as though they have been formed from fire and magma. Hellhounds, salivating a burning drool as they give chase amongst the archways up the bridge on our trail. But they aren't what concerns you, because behind them come 2. In structure, they are humanoid. 2 arms, 2 legs. But they are huge. about at least half the height of the columns that of the archways that they're passing through. They're each dressed in huge, burnished plate suits of armor and carry. They are swords, as though someone had taken a butcher's knife and turned it into a sword, and then swollen it up to an ugly size. These huge humanoids come stomping up the bridge. Their skin is of charcoal, and their hair looks like fire. And they are following the Hellhounds. Give or take, they're about a half-mile away. For perspective, a short rest takes an hour. If we were to take a short rest now, they're going to be on us before the short rest is over. But we have time for a few minutes, says Dell. As he's going to cast a couple of spells. Let me just check and see. Everyone quickly, gather around me. Anyone who's wounded. I guess that excludes you, Thía. Sorry. Adran and Varin, I guess myself. Quickly, gather to me. Gather to me. And he's first going to cast, as his action, as I go the wrong way on my screen, at 3rd level, Beacon of Hope. So each target is in range, and that's range, 30 feet for 1 minute. Has advantage on the Wisdom saving throws and Death saving throws, and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. And then he's going to cast. Nope, not gonna do that yet. Actually, you know what? He's got the Staff of Healing. Let me just see what he can cast from that. We don't have time to be sloppy about this. He's going to cast. Where is it? From his Staff of Healing, Mass Cure Wounds. So that is 3d8 plus it. Actually, because he already cast Beacon of Hope, that's going to be 3 times 8 plus 4. So Adran, you recover 28 hit points, which basically means up to you're at fully healed. Dell's going to recover 28 hit points. And Varin is going to, yeah, he's going to go to full. I assume, Adran, you're going to let go of Expeditious... well, you've still got it. Are you going to hold on to Expeditious Retreat or let it go? Really? You're not up to full? Even for that? Wow. Okay, so he will... so that's... We haven't even... He hasn't... Let's see. 6, 12... Basically, this is only taken like 6 seconds for him to do. So he's now going to cast... Hang on, let me use... Actually, instead of healing, he's going to hand you a Talon Zap and take one himself. Actually, no, wait, no, Mudworm Roots. That's better. So, Mudworm Roots, you gain 10 more hit points, as does he. So he's up to full. How about you, sir? He gave you a Mudworm Root. You get 10 hit points from that because of Beacon of Hope. Alright, so you're at 132. Are you going to hold on to Expeditious Retreat? I think you said yes. Okay. So, 6, 12, 18. It took Del less than half a minute to bring us all up to full health. And, by the way, Hunter's Mark is good for 1 hour. Varin's gonna hold on to Hunter's Mark. However, that is where we are going to end it for the evening. I assume you want to get off the bridge. Do you want to hold position here? Oh, you do want... Okay, before you commit to that, let me just point something out to you. I mentioned huge-sized, yes? Do you see the square I've drawn? That's the area that a huge-sized creature commands and controls. You're sure you want to hold position on the bridge here and wait for them to draw near? Or would you rather seek somewhere more secure? Off the bridge then, says Varin. Alright, so we do not get the benefits of a short rest. We're gonna run for it. Yes? Okay. I assume then that we're going to run for it long enough to try and find somewhere safe where we can then confront them from. Or safer than a mile off the ground. Fair call. Alright, then we're going to call it there for the night as we begin a long distance chase with us as the pursued. Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Adran, Thía, and Varin take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time. Bearded Devil, Giant Goat, Gnoll, Manticore, Orc, Scout. Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.